would you say, and I'm interested in your verdict, would you say it's been a fair, transparent process? I'm talking about elections. But you see, from where you sit and what you know.
You see, politicians, sometimes when we are looking for power, we go the extreme. Let's be very candid in this country.
Okay.
You see the opposition going strongly at the Electoral Commission because sometimes our decisions don't go their way. But let's be frank. It's not all the time that a decision will go the way you want it. There are times it will not go away. I'm saying this for you to know that some of the criticism thrown at those who manage elections sometimes is out of the overzealousness and extreme partisanship of political party handlers. This Electoral Commission conducted a by-election when we were in power, Moro, at Asin what?
North.
Yes. And we were beaten handsomely. That is one of the strongest signals to tell that Ghana has gone far in terms of democratic and electoral management.
Right.
Yet, even going 2024, there were still some who were pressing the neck of those at the EC. After the elections, the NDC won handsomely. In fact, you could see the will of the people coming up at many places, which is reflected in the over 180-something seats. Yet, some of them, because of predetermined mind about some people, said, there are still issues at the Electoral Commission. I'm saying this for you to know that it's not today that I'll judge the EC as having behaved well based on the outcome of Akwatia. They've shown long time. But even in the midst of their fairness, because of the behavior of politicians, things are thrown out there that these guys are fun, they have to go. How can you have a body that makes you come to power with a margin that has not been seen before? When you were the opposition, still claim that these guys are sick and had to go. So the point I make is that when we are fair and candid, there are some comments that will start going slow on, like these guys are incompetent. Ghana is a shining example to many countries, many parts of the world. Only few countries do you have an opposition party coming into power with such overwhelming victory. Yeah. And it is my prayer that some of their predetermined and conceived biases about the Electoral Commission, with time, they will work on themselves so that we move together as one united nation.
What can you say about security and the general organization of these elections? Because some people feel that it's been less eventful as compared to what we witnessed in the past. And in fact, when I read the story in today's Daily Graphic about the thoughts of some political analysts about these elections, the general consensus was that this has been very well organized. Yeah. And in fact, they think that this should be the standard for future elections, not just by elections, but future elections going forward. I don't know what you make of this. Of course, we've seen some instances where so far Azorka and Co, but generally, would you say that security was top-notch?
I would urge my brother, computer.
Okay.
The reason why we are all in politics is not necessarily for our personal advancement. You see, he is now CEO of
it's GIFIC.
GIFIC.
Yes.
It's one of the byproducts of winning power, but it was not the objective from day one.
Right.
The objective of their party is to get power and use it to advance the cause of the people. The same with us. So the point I make is that we all have a common goal, which is to get power and use it to help the ordinary Ghanaian. In the midst of this struggle to get power, we might have excesses in terms of behavior within our own camp. It is for those of us with conscience to speak to those who go astray and act funny in the quest for power.
Right.
We shouldn't sometimes even wait for the correction to come from outside.
Right.
When you have one of your own saying that if they have met one particular MP, there will be a by-election in their constituency. If not open castigation, at least issue a letter and say that this guy's comment is unfortunate. Moro, if you are a member of the NDC and you don't see this as unfortunate, what else would you see as unfortunate? So the point I make is that it doesn't mean all NDC people are radical or extreme or dangerous as the man behaved. I saw the videos between himself and our chairman. You could see that, please, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Right.
you could see from the behavior of our third national chairman that he was giving respect to Azorka. Of course, I'm sure when Azorka then started politics, he was a young guy or a baby. And he was speaking with a language. When Azorka was hit, the man was behaving like he was at war. When he was dealing with his son, someone who was behaving like a son. So please, when we debate about such things, it makes our politics unattractive. Let's condemn such behavior. Let's even, look, one of the things I'll be happy to see or celebrate, someone in the NC should talk to Azorka, come out and say that, oh, that one, I should be forgiven. It makes our politics attractive. Please, you got what I mean?
I get it.
You know, and the police, as for the police, the disquiet that we had about the police is not surprising. Is it surprising? It's not. When you have a situation where in the last election, you have policemen around, but people are able to run routes in front of them and they are standing helpless. If you are a citizen and you are going to such places, you must be scared for your life.
Right.
Because elsewhere, in certain jurisdictions, the reason why citizens feel confident when they see the police is that when a policeman is around and a citizen, another colleague citizen is misbehaving, they will bring him to order.
Right.
But you have a situation in Ghana where for some time people misbehave and the police is watching. In fact, the worst part was when individuals went to EC's office, their former head of quarters in Accra here, ran route, broke glasses on live television, and you saw political actors who were like their captains, and police was helpless. Bro, when you see a policeman standing with his hands at his back, and in fact, I will not mention it, there was one political actor who said that, oh, the police can't do nothing. I'm like, wow, this is dangerous. But why do we have a situation where those in power all of a sudden get a lot of confidence and behave the way they want? It's because we have a constitution that makes the president more or less select the head of the police. When they drafted the 1992 constitution, what I suspect is that one of the main objectives was cohesion of the state. If you had a police IGP who came through another route and has no link or connection to the president, and you are now starting as a fresh democracy, there can be chaos. And that's why I suspect they made the president have a hand in the coming of the Chief Justice, had a hand in the coming of the Electoral Commission. If you watch most of the sensitive places, the president had a hand. So until there's a fallout between, let's say, Jerry John Rawlings and Afarijan, he knows that this guy on a normal day will not come at me. Same with the Chief Justice. In fact, within the political party, then NDC, they would have had a meeting where Jerry John would have approved whoever was the Speaker of Parliament too. Moro. So if you watch from 92, most of the so-called independent bodies, including Siraj, all their heads came more or less from the president. That is okay and good because we're now starting our journey. 33 years down the line, we've grown. It will be difficult now for some funny soldier to go to GBC and say that because he has access to the microphone, he's now ruling Ghana. Oh, Moro. Even metro workers will not pay tax to that funny soldier.
Right.
So the point I'm making is that because we've grown now, it is about time we looked at this. Can we have other renditions that would help us produce an IGP? Right. No, if we had an IGP who could still keep his job when he arrests a big man like Tanko Computer, then that policeman will have the courage to behave when people are misbehaving. When you have a police, an IGP, who can arrest Okoe Boye when the MPP is in power, then the ordinary citizen will know that, man, this guy is doing his job. You know, so I don't believe that the police don't have SOPs. I mean, operating procedures.
You mean standard operating procedures?
They will have. The police, no, policemen go to school, oh. They learn a lot how to control crowd and all that. But if they are dealing with a man who has the power to determine their fate, they watch you. Yeah. In fact, sometimes policemen whisper to us, doctor, you have to leave this place, the way the place is. The policeman is telling you because he might not be able to act. So, look, if you have power now, sometimes it's good to take decisions that will protect you when you've lost the power. Right. So, my prayer is that we'll find ways to make the police more independent. Bro, as we speak now, one of the institutions, forgive me for saying this, that you can't really rely on much when there is commotion is the police. And I understand where they're coming from. You see, sometimes the police don't even need to act. They only have to give a signal. because of the bashing from Abdulmanot, you only said that we are coming was enough. And look at these guys who went to beat our Kunsi. When there was pressure on the police that the optics is not good, that these guys have not been arrested. When the police said we want to prosecute, the guys showed up themselves. So we have a police that know what to do, but unfortunately, because of our constitutional arrangement, sometimes it's difficult. Let's see how to make them more independent. The police, the chief of defense staff. See, you have a situation where even if you're a soldier, beyond some rank, check with the army. I think beyond major,
right,
going, the list must go to Jubilee household. Yeah. So if you're a soldier and you come across someone who is misbehaving and you are told, oh, this guy is the junior most brother to the president, instead of maybe acting, you salute.
Yeah.
There you go. So, I mean, see Ashanti Regional Council of State Elections.
Yeah.
Moro, you see what happened there? Some wild guys entered the place, scattered the whole place, closed the meeting, and went home. Up to today, nobody has asked them questions. And we know where this is coming from. Someone said, oh, doc, they were charged 6,000. You know, I didn't know that our time, some people went to harass some judges and were also fined. Apparently, they said they fined them 1,000. You know, so one of these guys was telling me, doc, even our fine is higher than yours. And I said, what was our fine? He said 1,600 or so. I said, oh, really? So what it means is that in 4 years' time, if I'm able to beat someone, I have to get some 10,000. I mean, that's not the path to travel.
I get it.
That's not the path. So, right. I mean, congratulations to the, how do you call it?
Okay.
The
so,
NDC. And for the police, I think that we have to look at reforms.
Okay.